Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel, I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about, some of the things that have been going on in my life. Um, Today, I think it did not start out that well, but right now I feel amazing. I was just like in such a good mood. You know the drill. 2:15 a.m. still up. But also, like today, I think I woke up at like 11:30 because I slept yesterday at 3:30 a.m. or something like this, something ridiculous like this. But today, it did not go as I had planned, but in a good way because basically I had originally a dinner planned with one of my friends. But given that the day, like I had a lot of weird things to deal with, not weird things to deal with, like I needed to fit in my gym, and then there was this contest at work, this programming contest that I was participating in. So I needed to do all that and then go to the dinner that's in Luxembourg. So basically, I wouldn't have had time to do anything, and I would have been completely exhausted. Especially that the past 2 days I've been to the office, and I was like just completely exhausted. Like it takes me 1 hour to get there, 1 hour to come back, and so I didn't really feel like doing that today. And I'm so glad I didn't. I mean, we rescheduled with my friend. We're gonna have it in about a week or so. But I'm genuinely happy I rescheduled for the day because I was not feeling that great after yesterday, and I really needed to spend some time on my own, like just build back up my peace, and like not my peace, but mostly my optimism and joy from the inside, and basically just like build back up my hopes and dreams and all of that stuff. So so yeah, that's what I did today. I worked for a bit. I mean, very briefly, but I think I mean just today I didn't have too much to work on. I mean, there's always extra work, but I didn't have anything urgent, so I like decided to give myself a rest and like just allow myself to take it easy because I've really been going hard the past week, and I just needed to take it easy on myself because I'm going hard on all these things, on the running and the gym and like all of this stuff. Going to the office is also super exhausting. Like socializing with people is extremely exhausting, especially that I'm an introvert, but I also like I'm an introvert and I try to give 100% of my energy when I'm there. So that's also one of the reasons that I didn't want to go in today, is that like I have exhausted my people batteries over the past 2 days, and I just needed some time alone, to be honest, to think and just to reflect on the things that have been going on in my life. And I'm really glad that today was that day. I also ran about 5K today, and I'm kind of starting to get excited about the half marathon that's happening on Sunday because that makes me realize that I don't have to run as much anymore, and I somewhat look forward to it. I think also today, one thing that I'm really happy with, like given that I went to the gym during the day because I was planning on having dinner with my friend in the evening, but I ended up canceling the dinner. It meant that I had free time, like unplanned free time, which meant that I hadn't planned anything else. And so that allowed me to work a bit on my main channel video, my first main channel video about AI. So what you need to survive in the age of AI. And I made some progress. Like I made a little animation as a beginning, like as a transition from my channel. I would say it's not the best animation ever, but it's somewhat what I wanted it to be. And so I was really happy with that. I spent some time working on that. That felt really satisfying just to do that. Um, and yeah, it's always really satisfying just to move, be able to move forward on this project and like just make progress towards that, it's always energizing, and I'm super happy that I overcame my procrastination to some extent there. I'm hoping, you know, to basically add this as one of my, you know, Seinfeld calendars, like basically to my habit tracker, as something that I need to do every day, like or just like a habit tracker that will help me track how much I work on the main channel every day, because obviously I'm filming these videos every day, but I want to make sure that I'm dedicating time every day to work on the main channel. Either it's scripting or like doing an edit or like filming a small portion of the video. I think I want to have that regularly. So I think I will introduce and I will introduce it starting next week, once I have this running like this half marathon off my plate. And yeah, I'm excited for it. I will finally be able to, you know, dedicate more time to this and like stop procrastinating on this. I mean, it's not exactly procrastination because, I mean, yes, there is some sort of procrastination, but it's also that I'm extremely exhausted from all the training. Uh, it's true that this week I haven't trained as much as I have. Like last week, I think was my longest training week. I think I ran overall over 50 kilometers. Uh, Actually, way more than that. Like, so 35 kilometers plus 12, that's 47 plus 16. That's, you know, 63 kilometers. That's how much I ran last week in total. So that was very, very tiring. So yeah, I'm trying to take it easy on myself. Like I was playing also some music from one of my favorite artists, and I actually haven't listened to any of her songs in a while. But it just put me in a good mood, and you know, just got me to dreaming again. And that's like whenever I'm dreaming and like hopeful about my ability to make my dreams come true, is genuinely when I'm the happiest. So yeah, thank you, Angel, for uh, putting out your amazing music. Like I know you haven't put out anything in a couple of years, but hopefully you will come up with an album soon. But given that I haven't listened to her songs in a while, I think it was refreshing today to, you know, listen to her songs and like just dance to them and like sing along and all of that stuff. You know me and my karaoke. I love singing, even though I wouldn't say that I'm the best at it. Far from it. But I just think it's fun and it just brings me joy. So yeah, it's these moments like this that I feel the most alive. Like just dancing on my own, singing along in my apartment, jumping around. That's how I like to to live my life, and that's when I feel the most alive, because I'm able to be completely in line with myself, and just be joyful in the moment. And that's something that I want to have more regularly in my life. So genuinely grateful for today. It was not my most productive day, but it was productive in the sense that I got some good sleep, and made some progress on this video. And now I'm ready to tackle the day tomorrow. I mean, in a few hours, when I wake up to work, and it will be fun. Just God, I'm so grateful for the life that I get to lead, and just the freedom that I have from living alone and from having a more or less flexible job where I get to, you know, my job is not the most ideal job. It's not my, I mean, it was at some point my dream job. It was before, you know, like a long time ago, like 8 years ago that was my dream job. Also, like, I don't know, not even 8 years, like 3 years ago it was my my dream job before I started it. But it still is in some sense because of the flexibility and like all of the like benefits from the job. Sometimes it's not like the best, but I know it could be way worse than it is, and yeah, sometimes I do tend to complain a lot, but I know that it's not like I don't take for granted getting to do the job that I do, and the opportunities that I get from being at this job. So yeah, just super grateful for everything in my life, genuinely, and hopeful for the future. Yeah, inspired. You know, I listened to Tim Ferriss episode with I don't know what was the guy's name. Like the guy he wrote a book with recently. Let me find the guy's name. Arthur Arthur C. Brooks, the guy. He's a Harvard professor, I think of psychology or something. And he recently wrote a book with Oprah that I have on my to-read list. I think it's called. Like, I think he wrote a book before that that was called From Strength to Strength, and then Oprah read that book From Strength to Strength and really enjoyed it and wanted to write a book with him. And they actually wrote a book. Like, I think that's why he's on this episode. It's like the book promo tour, I guess. But it's called Build the Life You Want, and I also added it to my to read list. I might get to it at some point. But yeah, I really enjoyed that conversation. I thought he was quite interesting, and he raised some good points about relationships and things like this. That like most people have the wrong vision of what to expect from a relationship, like a romantic relationship. They think that you know like their goal for 5 years after the relationship is basically to still have that passion and like fire burning in some sense. But basically he argues the opposite in the sense that, I mean, it's not the opposite, but he argues that that's not what you actually want, because that's a state that it's completely miserable. Like he said that basically being in love, you're depressed, but I don't know what was the other one. Like, you're depressed and on high alert at the same time. And that's not a state that you want to be constantly in, but the state that you want to be in is like 5 years from the beginning of the relationship is a partnership. So you want to have a partner in your. You want the person that you're with to be your partner, your best friend. You want to get along well. That's the worthy goal in some sense when it comes to dating and romantic relationships. And I honestly couldn't agree more, because it's a quality um, that is very highly undervalued, like in the dating world, especially when you're young, in your 20s and all of that stuff. You tend to value, like, you tend to be less mature, and you tend to value more dopamine driven things. But that's not the state at which you're happy. You're just excited because like, your brain is releasing a lot of dopamine, but the molecule that's the most important is not dopamine for happiness, but it is serotonin. And I think there's another happiness molecule. The name has not come, but for sure serotonin is the happiness molecule, and it comes from basically being at peace, and it's just inner joy. And basically just the qualities that you want to look for in someone is like aiming to be best friends 5 years, like 5 years from now, and like for the whole future, like best friends, partners, like where you're genuinely there for each other and you're not just there for the lust and you know the dopamine molecules that are getting fired up at the beginning of any relationship. I mean, I think that's probably like it plays a big role in the beginning of relationships. Like it is important to have that, but uh, like you need to counterbalance that with the long term, basically view of you want to be partners and best friends and that's the kind of people that you want to basically be on the lookout for, people that you can genuinely be partners together 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when you have kids, all of that stuff. When when the when the shit hits the fan and life gets real, and you have someone that you can rely on in the hard parts, because you know all the fun and everything, it's good, but what really makes or breaks a relationship is not that. It's not going to parties, it's not looking good, it's not being sexy and all of that stuff. What really matters is, the ability to support each other if one of you like gets sick, the ability to listen to each other, to help each other, be your best self, and become the best version of yourself that you want to become, and yeah, just like a genuine sense of partnership. And that I just thought that was a good reminder of the qualities that are important in relationships. So yeah, just genuinely today, super grateful for today. Yeah, not the most productive in an objective sense, but the day that I needed, especially after not feeling that well. Um, yeah, I needed this today. I needed to recenter myself and rediscover my joy from within. And I think today, in that regard, was a good step forward there. So yeah, just wanted to share that. Thanks a lot for tuning in. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, so the one right before this one, and you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. I hope you have a fantastic rest of day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. Bye for now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye!